Inviting Ajaero over alleged terror financing might escalate politics, Adeyanju speaks. I'm telling you, because the Labour supported the End Bad Governance protest in Nigeria, that's why they are after them. There's nothing else. What police and Nigeria government is doing is cracking down on everyone that supported that protest. I'm sure they are looking for a way to get Atiku and Obi, but they have not been able to map out the best way to do it. Okay, now because this Labour Party supported that protest, that is why they say they are financing terror, treasonable felony, this and that. And the whole world is watching and warning them. Just like Amnesty International has come out to say that federal government is all looking for a way to silence NLC because of their support for the last hunger protest tagged #EndBad Governance in Nigeria and the Day of Rage. So the thing here is that arresting this man, Ajaero, is not going to solve problem. Rather, it's going to put salt on injury and it's going to escalate things. You better know that. Unfortunately, the government of Tinubu is a government of dictatorship. So they don't care what people say, what people face. All they know is what they want to do. But let's get into details of what Adeyanju is trying to pass across. A human rights activist, Adeyanju, has warned that the invitation of the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Comrade Joe Ajaero, by police might overheat the polity. Daily Post reports that the police on Monday summoned Ajaero over alleged criminal conspiracy, terrorism, financing, treasonable felony, subversion, and cybercrime. Can you imagine? They will just fabricate things and then use it to hang on somebody's neck. Adeyanju, who gave the warning in a statement on Tuesday, said that the contents of the letter were full of threats to the Labour boss, adding that it appears from the invitation letter that the Nigerian police force has already reached a premeditated decision on Joe Ajaero's guilt. So he said, my attention has been drawn to a letter issued by the Nigerian police on the 19th day of August 2024, purporting to invite the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero, for an interview over a case of criminal conspiracy, terrorism, financing, treasonable felony, subversion, and cybercrime, in which his name was allegedly mentioned. Can you imagine? So the letter concluded with a threat of arrest if Mr. Joe Ajaero does not honor the invitation. So while I recognize the fact that the Nigerian police force has the power to invite anybody concerning ongoing investigation, it is, however, imperative to sound a note of caution, as it appears from the invitation letter that the Nigerian police force has already reached a premeditated decision to Joe Ajaero's guilt. On Joe Ajaero's guilt. And that will be a very bad one. I'm telling you the truth. They are just hunting him. They are just looking for a way to hang him. And I know that NLC has come out to say that if they arrest Joe Ajaero, they will go on a nationwide shutdown. And I'm telling you, I think Femi Falana has also stepped in to tell federal government that they should give, or rather the police, that they should give Joe Ajaero a separate date to report, that is not going to report immediately as demanded. Okay, and I know that Femi Falana has been the senior and the #1 lawyer for the NLC. He should be able to defend them effectively, because all the things that are hanging on Ajaero, they're going to cook up evidence against him because they want to hang him. That is it. And he said, I therefore call on the Inspector General of Police to call his officers to order and refrain from hitting the polity, as we will not sit idle and watch Nigeria descend into fascism, the outcome of which no one can predict. Inviting Joe Ajaero over alleged terror financing might escalate polity, by Adeyanju. Of course, IGP will not call him to order, because IGP is working for Tinubu, working for APC. That is it. IGP Egbetokun is just working for APC. I can see a publication recently released by the IGP saying that when he met Tinubu in 1998, his life changed in 24 hours. Meaning that him being there is loyal to Tinubu completely. There's nothing anybody is going to do about it. And this is the problem we have. Okay? That, people who are supposed to be non-partisan in their role are already partisan and, allowing themselves to be influenced in making national decisions. Egbetoku obviously will not call those people to order because he cannot tell us that when the force or the police left the force headquarters to go and pick Ajaero or send a letter to Ajaero that he didn't know. He knows about it and he knows the law. But because they are working to please somebody, they will just close their eye to some truth. And then in comment section, somebody say here, clear conscience fears no accusation. Let him go for the interview. No one is above the law. Today, ex-Governor Bello is running away from the law. So what are you trying to say now? That visit or that invitation is a very big trap, and it's not an invitation to honor carelessly. It's not an invitation to honor carelessly. You must articulate yourself, plan your visit, and make sure. In fact, he should go with Falana so that if they put him behind bars, Falana can bail him immediately. Because what they want to do, they have a very mischievous plan for Joe Ajaero. It is obvious. Adeyanju, what will you say if the allegations is backed by hard proof? Is Ajaero above the law just because he's a trade union leader? What are you trying to say here? Better understand what is happening in Nigeria, what is playing out, and understand that Nigeria is a country and a place you cannot predict. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Another say Adeyanju, is Ajaero above the law? He was given the respect by inviting him, and you people are coming with threats. This is very bad. Can you imagine? Anybody can be invited by the police for questioning. The way you human rights people are going, you will soon lose your respect. What do you mean? Do you know what it means to invite somebody and, framing up things against them? Nigerian police is known for that, and they can frame up something. After all, what they framed against Nnamdi Kanu, they have not been able to substantiate it, and the court has set Nnamdi Kanu free, but they still don't want to let him go. So you never can tell. So say, which law do you have in Nigeria? Why millions are hungry? Buy aeroplane. Senators collect billions of naira. Increase in foodstuff, electricity, petrol, diesel prices, etc. Where is the law when welfareism, security of life and property is of no consequential effect? Tell people the law. Let's hear word. Not be lie. If there is no law, let Ajaero be arrested and locked up. Can you imagine? Nothing will happen. Let Ajaero go and clear himself. If he's innocent, nothing will happen to him. But if he find guilty, he must pay for it. But when you see some people comment, you wonder, that's a white man commenting. Exactly. That's your comment, new Igbo man. It is not about tribe. It is about people seeking cheap popularity. So what is cheap? Who is seeking cheap popularity? Ajaero. But Mona Park, where these people know what they want to do with Ajaero. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.